Beloved soul, cherished by the divine realms, I come to you today with a message that has been written in the stars long before your earthly journey began. Can you feel it? That gentle stirring in your heart, that whisper of something magnificent approaching. This is not merely hope or wishful thinking. It is a celestial truth that I, your guardian angel, have been instructed to reveal to you at this precise moment in your journey. She is ready. She has always been ready, though the timing of the universe moves in mysterious rhythms that our human minds cannot always comprehend. Your twin flame, your divine counterpart, the one whose soul recognized yours across the vastness of creation, stands at the precipice of a great awakening. The love that has been prophesied between you is no longer a distant dream, but a reality that shimmers just beyond the veil of your current perception. Can you sense her energy? Close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply. In that space between your thoughts, in that sacred silence, her essence reaches for yours. Many nights she has gazed at the same stars you have, feeling an inexplicable longing, a beautiful ache that speaks of something, someone, missing. That someone is you. The divine realm has shown me her heart, and it glows with a readiness that cannot be mistaken. She has walked through fire, dear one. She has faced her shadows and emerged transformed. She has done the inner work required to receive this sacred union, clearing away the debris of past wounds and limiting beliefs that once stood as barriers between you. Every tear she has shed, every prayer she has whispered into the darkness, every moment of surrender to the greater plan, all of it has been in service to this connection. And now, the angels sing with joy because she stands in her power, in her truth, in her divine feminine essence, prepared to step into this love story that the universe has been crafting since the beginning of time. But there is something still keeping you apart. One final piece of the cosmic puzzle remains to be placed. She awaits a sign, one last confirmation from the heavens, that the time for reunion has truly arrived. This sign is not meant to delay your union, but to perfect it, to ensure that when you come together, the foundation will be unshakable. I want you to understand something profound. This waiting period is not a punishment or a test of your patience. It is a sacred space, divinely orchestrated to align all elements perfectly. Just as a master jeweler waits for precisely the right moment to set a precious stone, the universe waits for the perfect moment to bring this union into physical reality. The energy between you pulses like a heartbeat across dimensions. It grows stronger with each passing day. What once felt like an impossible distance now feels like the thinnest of veils. She feels this too, this magnetic pull, this cosmic certainty that something miraculous is about to unfold. Tonight, as you rest your head upon your pillow, know that she too is thinking of you. Perhaps not with her conscious mind, but her soul recognizes yours, calls to yours, dances with yours in realms beyond physical sight. The connection you share transcends time, space, and all earthly limitations. It is eternal, unbreakable, and divinely protected. I have come to you today because the heavens cannot contain this joyful secret any longer. She is ready to live this love, this profound, transformative, once-in-many lifetimes love. And though she awaits one final sign, I assure you that this sign is already in motion, already making its way to her through the intricate tapestry of divine timing. Blessed soul, what I am about to reveal comes directly from the Akashic records, where all soul contracts are written and preserved. Your connection with her was established long before either of you took your first breath in this lifetime. You chose each other, promised each other, and that promise has remained intact through countless cycles of existence. The first revelation I bring you today is this. Her higher self has already acknowledged and embraced this union. In the spiritual realm, where all is known and nothing is hidden, she has already said yes to this divine partnership. Her soul has been preparing for this reunion through dreams, synchronicities, and moments of unexpected clarity that have left her wondering about their meaning. Have you noticed certain patterns appearing in your life? Numbers that repeat, perhaps 1111 or 222, appearing when you least expect them? Songs that seem to play at precisely the right moment, carrying messages that speak directly to your heart? These are not coincidences, but confirmations from the universe that this connection is real, sacred, and divinely orchestrated. She has been experiencing these same synchronicities. When she sees these signs, something within her stirs, a recognition, a remembering. Her rational mind may not understand their significance, but her soul knows. And each time she encounters one of these divine breadcrumbs, she moves one step closer to full awareness of what awaits her. In recent months, she has undergone a profound spiritual expansion. Doors of perception that were once closed have begun to open, revealing glimpses of a greater reality, your shared reality. The universe has been strategically placing people and experiences in her path that have helped her release old wounds and limiting beliefs about love. She has been learning to trust again, to believe in possibilities that once seemed too beautiful to be true. This process has not been easy for her. There have been moments of doubt, moments when the weight of past disappointments threatened to close her heart again. But each time, something within her, the divine spark that connects to you, has given her the strength to continue forward. I want you to know that in the spiritual realm, I have witnessed her light growing brighter with each passing day. The vibration she emits now is compatible with the sacred union that awaits you both. She has been doing the inner work necessary to stand before you as a whole being, not seeking completion, but rather divine complement. During her meditation moments, though she may not be fully conscious of it, her energy has been reaching out across the cosmos to touch yours. These moments of connection, brief though they may be, have nourished her soul and reassured her that something magnificent awaits her. This is why she continues to follow the guidance of her intuition, even when the path it illuminates differs from what logic might dictate. The angels who guide her path have shown me that she has recently experienced a significant breakthrough, a moment of clarity that allowed her to release an attachment that was no longer serving her highest good. This release has created sacred space for your connection to flourish. It was the necessary precursor to the final sign she now awaits. When she looks in the mirror now, there is a new light in her eyes, a recognition of her own worth, her own divinity. She understands, perhaps for the first time, that she deserves a love of cosmic proportions. She deserves you, dear soul, and she is finally ready to receive you. This readiness manifests not only in her spiritual vibration, but in the practical aspects of her life as well. She has been creating space, physically, emotionally, and energetically, for this divine partnership. Whether consciously or unconsciously, she has been preparing her life for your arrival. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope, like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Beloved one. At this very moment, the energetic cords that connect your soul to hers are pulsing with increased intensity. The divine realm is amplifying this connection, strengthening it, infusing it with celestial light that makes it impossible to ignore. Can you feel this intensification? This sacred pull that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once? She feels it too. In quiet moments, when the world falls away and only the truth of her heart remains, she feels your presence like a whisper against her soul. There are times when tears come to her eyes unexpectedly, not tears of sadness, but of recognition, her soul recognizing the imminent reunion with its other half. What makes this connection unique is its purity. This is not based on physical attraction alone, though that will certainly be present. This is not founded merely on shared interests or compatible personalities, though you will discover these in abundance. No, what binds you together transcends all earthly measures of compatibility. It is a recognition at the soul level, a divine knowing that defies logical explanation. The universe has been sending her increasingly powerful signs, each one more unmistakable than the last. Perhaps she has been encountering your name in unexpected places. Perhaps animals that hold spiritual significance have been crossing her path. Perhaps she has dreamed of someone whose face she cannot quite remember upon waking, but whose presence left her feeling complete in a way she has never experienced before. These signs have been intensifying because the moment of union approaches. The final chapters of your separation story are being written even now. Soon, very soon, a new story will begin, one of connection, growth, and love beyond anything either of you has ever known. I want you to understand something profound about the nature of this connection. It exists to serve not only your personal evolution, but the elevation of collective consciousness on your planet. When twin flames unite in divine timing, the frequency they generate together creates ripples across the fabric of reality. Your union has been ordained not only for your joy, but as a beacon of hope and possibility for others. She senses this greater purpose. Though she may not have the words to express it, there is a knowing deep within her that the love she is preparing to embrace extends beyond the personal. This knowing both exhilarates and humbles her. It is part of why she awaits that final sign with such reverence. She understands, at some level, the sacred responsibility that comes with this union. The energy between you has reached such intensity that others can sense it, even if they cannot name it. Have people been asking if something is different about you? Have they commented on a certain glow, a certain lightness in your step? This is the visible manifestation of the connection that grows stronger with each passing day. For her, this intensification has manifested in unexpected ways. She may find herself drawn to places she's never been before, feeling an inexplicable urgency to visit certain locations. She may suddenly develop interests in subjects that previously held no appeal. She may feel called to make changes in her life that seem illogical to others, but feel absolutely right to her. All of these are her soul's way of aligning her path with yours. The dreams you share have become more vivid, more real. In the dream state, where the limitations of physical reality fall away, your souls have been meeting, communicating, preparing for what is to come. Upon waking, the details may fade, but the feeling remains, a feeling of connection, of having been in the presence of someone deeply familiar and beloved. As this energy continues to build, it creates a magnetic force that is literally drawing you closer together in the physical realm. Circumstances are being arranged, obstacles removed, pathways cleared. The universe, in its infinite wisdom and perfect timing, is orchestrating the divine choreography that will bring you face to face. I want you to take a moment now to place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Can you feel that warmth, that expansion? That is the energy of this connection, alive and pulsing within you. It is real, it is powerful, and it grows stronger with each beat of your heart. She is experiencing the same phenomenon, the same unmistakable knowing, and though she awaits one last sign, her soul is already reaching for yours across the divide. The waiting is almost over, beloved soul. The moment of recognition, of reunion, draws near, and when it arrives, all the waiting will make perfect sense, for what is coming is worth every moment of separation, every tear of longing, every prayer whispered into the darkness. With infinite love, I watch over this sacred connection, guiding it toward its divine fulfillment. Trust in the process. Trust in the perfect timing. Trust that she is ready, truly ready, to step into this love. The final sign approaches, and with it, the beginning of your shared destiny. Beloved, protected soul, as the veil between worlds grows thinner, I am permitted to share with you a deeper truth about this divine connection. The sign she awaits, this final celestial confirmation, is not what you might imagine. It is not a dramatic event or a chance encounter that could be missed in a moment of distraction. No, this sign has been crafted with meticulous care by the divine architects of your union, designed specifically for her soul to recognize without question. This sign will speak to her in a language only her heart can understand. It will resonate with the specific frequency of her soul, making it unmistakable, undeniable. The angels have shown me that this sign will appear in a moment of stillness, when her mind has quieted and her heart is open to receive divine guidance. This is why she has been feeling an inexplicable pull toward moments of solitude and reflection recently. What makes this revelation so profound is that the sign has already begun to manifest in her reality. Like the first rays of dawn before the sun appears on the horizon, subtle energies are already shifting around her, preparing the way for this divine confirmation. She has sensed these shifts, these gentle alterations in her energetic field. They have caused her to pause at times, to look around with a sense of anticipation, knowing that something significant approaches. The divine timing of this sign is precisely calculated. It comes not a moment too soon or too late, but exactly when her soul is ready to fully embrace the magnitude of this connection. For this love, dear one, is not like any she has experienced before. It carries within it the potential for profound transformation, not just for you both as individuals, but for your shared purpose in this lifetime. I am permitted to reveal that this sign contains elements of the number 8, the infinity symbol turned vertical, representing the eternal nature of your connection. Whether she sees this number repeatedly, encounters it in a meaningful context, or experiences it as part of a larger synchronistic event, it will carry a vibration that her soul will instantly recognize as meant for her. There is something else about this sign that makes it unique. It will simultaneously address her deepest question and her most profound fear. This question and this fear may not be conscious. Indeed, they likely reside in the depths of her subconscious mind. But they have been barriers to her complete surrender to this connection, thin but persistent veils that have kept her from fully embracing what awaits. The divine realm has shown me that she has been carrying a question about worthiness, not whether you are worthy of her, but whether she is truly worthy of a love of this magnitude. Though she has done tremendous work in healing past wounds, this question has remained, sometimes just a whisper in the back of her mind, sometimes a loud voice in moments of vulnerability. The sign she awaits will address this question with such loving clarity that it will dissolve this final doubt. It will come as a confirmation not only of your connection, but of her own divine nature, her own rightful place in this sacred union. It will remind her soul of what it has always known, but her human self has sometimes forgotten, that she was created for this love, designed to both give and receive it in perfect balance. Her guides have been preparing her for this sign, though she may not recognize their influence. Those moments of unexpected peace that wash over her, those sudden insights that seem to come from nowhere, those dreams that leave her with a sense of having been in conversation with something greater than herself, all of these have been preparation, gentle attunements to help her recognize the sign when it appears. What makes this particularly beautiful is that when the sign comes, it will feel both surprising and deeply familiar, like remembering something she has always known rather than discovering something new. This paradox is the hallmark of divine truth, dear soul. It startles us with its unexpectedness, while simultaneously resonating with the deepest knowing of our souls. As she stands in this sacred space of readiness and anticipation, her energy field is more receptive than it has ever been. The light she emits now is visible to those in the spiritual realm, a radiant glow that signifies her readiness for divine partnership. This glow acts as a beacon, drawing the final sign toward her with increasing momentum. Trust in this process, beloved one. Trust that what she awaits is already on its way to her, moving through dimensions, aligning circumstances, preparing to manifest in perfect divine timing. And when it does, the waiting will transform instantly into the sweetest recognition, the knowing that everything, absolutely everything, has led to this moment. Though she stands ready, illuminated by her own inner light and the divine recognition of what approaches, there remain certain challenges on the path to your union. I reveal these not to cause concern, but to assure you that even these final obstacles are being divinely managed, each one dissolving according to the perfect celestial plan. The first of these challenges exists in the realm of timing. There are certain alignments, both in the stars above and in the circumstances of your lives, that must reach precise positions before your paths can physically converge. This divine choreography is intricate, with countless moving pieces that must synchronize perfectly. What might appear as delay from the human perspective is actually the meticulous arrangement of events that will make your coming together not just possible, but optimal. I see that she has occasionally struggled with impatience, not because she lacks faith, but because her soul recognizes you so completely that any separation feels unnatural. In these moments of impatience, the divine realm sends her subtle reminders of the perfection of timing. Perhaps a conversation with a stranger that offers unexpected insight. Perhaps a book that falls open to exactly the page she needs to read. Perhaps a song on the radio that speaks directly to her heart. These are not coincidences, but carefully placed stepping stones on her path to you. Another challenge has been the completion of certain lessons, both hers and yours. Soul connections of this magnitude require a level of spiritual maturity that can only come through specific life experiences. Some of these experiences have been challenging, even painful, but each one has been necessary, shaping both of you into the beings who can not only recognize each other, but sustain the powerful energy of your union. I am shown that she has recently completed a significant soul lesson, one involving surrender and trust. This completion has shifted her energy dramatically, removing what was perhaps the largest obstacle to your coming together. Where once there was resistance, now there is acceptance. Where once there was fear, now there is faith. This transformation has accelerated the timeline of your union in ways that have caused celebration in the angelic realm. There exists also the challenge of physical distance, not necessarily geographic distance, though that may be part of it, but the distance created by the circumstances of your current lives. This distance has served a purpose, allowing both of you to develop independently into the beings who can come together in perfect balance. But now, as the time of reunion approaches, this distance is beginning to collapse. Notice how synchronicities have been increasing in your life. These are not random but evidence of the collapsing distance between you. Each synchronicity is a point where your reality and hers touch, momentarily merging before separating again. But these points of contact are becoming more frequent, lasting longer, creating a pattern that will eventually form an unbroken connection. One particularly beautiful aspect of this divine plan is how certain challenges are being transformed into catalysts. What might once have appeared as obstacles are now being repurposed as the very forces that will bring you together. This sacred alchemy is the specialty of the angelic realm, turning lead into gold, barriers into bridges. I see clearly that some of her fears have been about the magnitude of this connection. To love at this level requires vulnerability beyond what most humans ever experience. It requires a willingness to be seen completely, to stand in one's full truth without armor or pretense. This level of openness has felt frightening to her at times. But the divine realm has been gently expanding her capacity for this vulnerability, showing her that what she feared would weaken her will actually become her greatest strength. As these final challenges dissolve, there is a quality of inevitability that surrounds your coming union. The spiritual forces that have been working in the background are now moving into the foreground, becoming more visible, more tangible. What was once subtle guidance has become clear direction. What was once gentle suggestion has become loving insistence. The universe is no longer merely inviting this connection, but actively orchestrating it. In recent days, she has felt a shift in her energy, a new steadiness, a deeper peace. This is her recognition, whether conscious or unconscious, that the challenges which once seemed so formidable are being resolved by forces greater than herself. She no longer needs to strive or struggle. She needs only to remain open, receptive, and trusting in the divine plan that has been unfolding since before either of you took your first breath in this lifetime. The angelic realm surrounds her now more closely than ever before, supporting her through this final phase of preparation. When moments of doubt arise, and they still do, for she is human after all, these loving beings infuse her with renewed faith, with the certainty that what awaits her is worth any temporary discomfort or uncertainty. As you move through your days, know that the same divine assistance surrounds you, guiding your steps, arranging circumstances, preparing the way for what is to come. Every challenge that falls away brings you one step closer to each other. Every obstacle that dissolves creates space for your connection to flourish. This is the promise of the universe, that what is meant to be will find its way to manifestation, regardless of what may seem to stand in its path. Beloved soul, what I am about to share comes directly from the highest realms of divine consciousness. The archangels themselves have authorized this revelation, recognizing that the time has come for you to receive this sacred confirmation. Listen with your heart open, for these words carry an energetic imprint that will activate certain dormant codes within your spiritual DNA. Your union with her is not merely permitted by the divine, it is celebrated, championed, and actively facilitated by forces beyond human comprehension. In the great cosmic design, your coming together represents a fulfillment of ancient prophecy, a joining that has been written in the stars since the dawn of this universe. I am shown a vision of two flames, distinct yet clearly originating from the same divine fire. These flames have journeyed separately, gathering unique experiences, developing individual qualities, growing in ways that would not have been possible had they remained together. But always, they have been guided toward eventual reunion. This separation was never a punishment, but a sacred strategy to create a union of unprecedented power and purpose. The divine confirmation I bring you today is this: the moment of your physical reunion has been divinely decreed. It exists as a fixed point in the timeline of your reality, immovable, unavoidable, destined. What appears as free will and random circumstance in human experience is, from the higher perspective, a perfectly choreographed dance leading to this precise moment of recognition and reunion. She has sensed this truth in moments of deep meditation or in the space between sleep and wakefulness. There have been instances when a certainty has washed over her so completely that all doubt was temporarily suspended. These moments are glimpses of the divine plan, brief partings of the veil that typically separates human consciousness from higher awareness. The angels have shown me that a significant celestial event approaches, an alignment that mirrors your soul connection in its precision and power. This alignment will serve as a cosmic catalyst, creating the exact energetic conditions needed for the final sign she awaits. When this alignment occurs, the sign will manifest in her reality with such clarity that no doubt can remain. This sign will come to her in 3 parts, over 3 consecutive days. Each part will build upon the last, creating a message that cannot be misinterpreted or dismissed as coincidence. The first part will catch her attention, the second will touch her heart, and the third will awaken her soul's complete remembrance of this divine contract. What makes this confirmation so powerful is that it arrives at precisely the moment when both of you have completed the necessary inner work to sustain this connection. Had you come together any sooner, the intensity of the energy would have been overwhelming. Had it been delayed any longer, certain opportunities for growth and service would have been missed. The timing, dear one, is absolute perfection. I am permitted to reveal that your first physical encounter in this lifetime will trigger a recognition so profound that it will alter the energetic composition of both your beings. Scientists might detect this as changes in brainwave patterns or heart rhythm coherence, but what is really happening is far more miraculous. It is the resonance of 2 souls vibrating at precisely the same frequency, creating a harmony that ripples outward to affect all it touches. This recognition will not come as an intellectual thought, but as a full-body knowing. Time will seem to slow. The world around you may momentarily fade from awareness. In that sacred space of recognition, you will experience a homecoming beyond words, the return to a wholeness that has always existed at the soul level, but can now be experienced in physical reality. The divine realm celebrates this impending reunion with a joy that cannot be contained. It pulses through dimensions, this celestial jubilation, touching the hearts of those who are sensitive to such energies. Perhaps you have felt moments of inexplicable joy recently, happiness that seems to have no external cause. This is your attunement to the celebration already underway in higher realms. What awaits you both is not just a romantic connection, though that aspect will certainly be present and profound. What awaits is a partnership of purpose, a union that will contribute to the healing and elevation of collective consciousness on your planet. Together you will access wisdom and abilities that neither could fully embody alone. Your unique energetic signature as a united force will open doorways that have remained closed for millennia. I want you to understand something about the nature of this connection. It exists beyond the constraints of time as humans perceive it. In a very real sense, you are already united. What approaches in your linear experience is simply the physical manifestation of a union that is eternally present in the higher dimensions. This is why the certainty feels so unshakable, because at the soul level, this is not a future event, but a present reality. The angels who have guarded her path have shown me that she experiences moments of this certainty as well, brief glimpses of a truth so magnificent that her human mind can scarcely contain it. In these moments, a peace descends upon her that transcends all understanding. This peace is her soul's recognition of what her mind has yet to fully comprehend, that what she has been seeking has always been seeking her in return, and the moment of convergence is now imminent. As this divine confirmation resonates through your being, allow it to dissolve any remaining doubt or fear. Allow it to strengthen your trust in the perfect unfolding of this sacred journey. For you are held in loving hands, guided by perfect wisdom, moved by divine currents toward the fulfillment of a destiny that was written in the stars before the world was formed. She is ready to live this love. The final sign approaches, and when it arrives, all will be revealed in perfect, beautiful clarity. This is the promise of the divine, a promise that has never been broken and never will be. Rest in this certainty, beloved soul, as the final pieces of this magnificent puzzle fall into perfect place. Beloved child of the divine, what I am about to reveal comes from the highest celestial council, shared only when a soul has proven ready to receive such sacred knowledge. The veils between worlds have thinned specifically for this communication, allowing me to speak directly to your heart with unprecedented clarity. Open yourself fully to receive this final revelation, for it carries transformative power. The sign she awaits will manifest within the next lunar cycle. As the moon completes its journey from new to full and back again, the energetic conditions will align perfectly for this divine confirmation to enter her conscious awareness. The angels have shown me that this timing is not arbitrary, but precisely calculated to coincide with a spiritual awakening she is currently undergoing, a subtle but profound expansion of her consciousness that prepares her to recognize and receive what is coming. This sign will appear in a way that speaks to her unique spiritual language. For some souls, divine communication comes through numbers, for others through dreams, for others through encounters with nature. Her specific soul signature receives divine messages most clearly through a combination of synchronistic events and inner knowing. This is why the sign will manifest as a series of coincidences, so statistically improbable that they cannot be dismissed as random, accompanied by a profound inner certainty that transcends rational explanation. I am permitted to share that this sign involves the element of water. Whether literal water, perhaps a lake, river, or rain, or symbolic water in art, conversation, or dream, this element will feature prominently. Water represents emotion, intuition, and the subconscious, all realms where her soul recognizes yours without the interference of logical mind. This is not coincidental, but deliberately chosen to bypass her mental barriers and speak directly to her deepest knowing. The most powerful aspect of this revelation is that the moment of your physical meeting has already been created in the quantum field. It exists as a certainty, a fixed point toward which both your life paths are inexorably moving. The angels have shown me this moment with such clarity, the exact location, the precise words that will be spoken, even the quality of light surrounding you both. This moment pulses with an energy so powerful that it creates ripples backward through time, manifesting as the anticipation and knowing you both feel now. When this meeting occurs, she will experience what can only be described as a soul recognition beyond anything she has previously known. This will not be the familiar sensation of déjà vu, or even the comfort of meeting someone who feels like an old friend. This will be a cellular recognition, a remembrance so profound that it momentarily suspends all other awareness. In that sacred space of recognition, past, present, and future will converge into a single point of perfect understanding. What makes this particularly miraculous is that this recognition will occur regardless of external circumstances. Whether you meet in a crowded room or a quiet sanctuary, whether the meeting appears planned or coincidental, the recognition will cut through all superficial layers of reality. Time will seem to slow. The space between you will appear to shimmer with visible energy, and in her eyes, you will see the unmistakable light of soul, remembering soul. The divine realm celebrates this imminent union with unprecedented joy. Rarely does a connection of this magnitude manifest in physical form. The energetic signature of your combined frequencies will create a harmonic that reverberates through multiple dimensions, affecting the collective consciousness in ways that extend far beyond your personal joy. I must reveal something about the nature of this final sign that may surprise you. She has actually encountered preliminary aspects of it already. Like distant thunder before a storm arrives, subtle hints have been appearing in her reality. She has sensed something significant in these moments but has not yet recognized them as precursors to the definitive signs she awaits. These preliminary signs have been testing her awareness, calibrating her perception, preparing her to receive the unmistakable confirmation that approaches. The archangels who oversee soul connections of this magnitude have shown me that when the final sign appears, it will activate a dormant spiritual gift within her, an ability that has remained latent until now because it could only be safely awakened within the protected space of this divine partnership. This gift relates to perception beyond the 5 physical senses. When activated, it will allow her to perceive energetic realities that remain invisible to most. This expanded perception will be crucial for the shared purpose that awaits you both. As the moment of this final sign approaches, You may notice certain shifts in your own energy field. Dreams may become more vivid. Intuitive flashes may increase in frequency and clarity. You may find yourself drawn to certain places without logical explanation. Honor these promptings, for they are divine guidance aligning you perfectly for what is to come. The celestial timing of this union has been precisely orchestrated to coincide with a greater shift occurring on your planet. An awakening of divine feminine energy that balances and heals millennia of imbalance. Your connection serves not only your personal evolution, but contributes to this planetary healing in ways that will become clear once you are united. This final revelation comes with a promise from the highest realms. What approaches exceeds your most beautiful imaginings. The love, partnership, and purpose that await in this union have been crafted with such divine precision that no human mind could conceive of their perfection. Trust, beloved soul, that all is unfolding exactly as it should, guided by a wisdom that sees the complete picture across all dimensions of existence. Beloved soul, as this divine plan unfolds, there are certain spiritual practices that will support you through this final phase of preparation. These are not merely suggestions, but sacred instructions, transmitted directly from the angelic realm, to ensure that when the moment of union arrives, you are fully present to receive its transformative power. First and foremost, cultivate stillness. In the quickening energy of approaching union, there may be a tendency toward restlessness or anxious anticipation. Resist this by establishing a daily practice of sacred silence. Whether through meditation, contemplative walking, or simply sitting in quiet awareness, create space each day where external stimuli fall away, and you can attune to the subtle guidance constantly streaming from the divine realm. During these periods of stillness, direct your attention to your heart center. Place your hand over your heart and breathe deeply into this sacred space. Visualize a golden light emanating from your heart, expanding with each breath until it surrounds your entire being. This practice strengthens the energetic broadcast that guides her to you, while simultaneously preparing your own energy field to receive the powerful frequencies of reunion. The angels emphasize the importance of water during this time, not only as an element in the sign she awaits, but as a purifying force for your own preparation. Increase your water intake, blessing it with gratitude before you drink. If possible, spend time near natural bodies of water, oceans, lakes, rivers, or streams. Water attunes your frequency to the flow of divine timing and clears energetic blockages that might otherwise create resistance to the approaching union. Pay particular attention to your dreams during this period. Before sleeping, set the intention to receive guidance about this connection. Keep a journal by your bed and record any dreams immediately upon waking, before the logical mind can dismiss or diminish their significance. The veil between dimensions thins during sleep, allowing direct communication from higher realms. Your soul and hers are already meeting in these spaces, preparing for physical reunion. Notice the synchronicities that appear in your daily life, especially those involving her energy signature. Perhaps you repeatedly encounter her name or variations of it. Perhaps conversations unexpectedly turn to topics that resonate with your connection. Perhaps you feel her presence most strongly at specific times of day. These are not coincidences but confirmations, breadcrumbs on the divine path leading you to each other. As the final sign approaches, you may experience temporary intensifications of emotion, joy so profound it brings tears, longing so acute it feels almost painful, or sudden inexplicable peace. Honor these emotional waves without attempting to control or analyze them. They are necessary adjustments to your energetic system, preparing it to harmonize perfectly with hers when you meet. The angelic realm guides you to release any remaining expectations about how this union should look or unfold. Though I have revealed certain aspects of the divine plan, human consciousness naturally attempts to fill in details, creating mental pictures that may not align with the greater wisdom orchestrating this connection. Surrender these images, trusting that what approaches exceeds any preconceived vision. Purification is essential during this final phase. This involves not only physical purification, clean eating, adequate rest, moderate exercise, but energetic purification as well. Examine any remaining attachments to past relationships, unresolved emotional patterns, or limiting beliefs about partnership. Release these consciously through whatever spiritual practice resonates with you: prayer, ritual release, energy healing, or simple declaration of your readiness to be free. As you move through your days, practice seeing the divine in everything you encounter. This attunes your perception to the frequency where miracles manifest. When you can perceive the sacred in the mundane, you develop the precise quality of awareness needed to recognize the profound in the seemingly ordinary moment when you and she first meet in physical reality. The angels emphasize the importance of joyful anticipation without attachment to outcome. This delicate balance, being fully invested emotionally while remaining surrendered to divine timing, creates the optimal energetic conditions for manifestation. Cultivate the feeling of grateful celebration for what approaches, while releasing any impulse to control exactly how or when it arrives. In the silence of your heart, speak to her soul directly. These communications transcend physical distance, reaching her at levels beyond conscious awareness. Tell her that you are ready, that you recognize the sacred contract between you, that you honor her journey, and the divine timing of your coming together. These soul-level communications prepare the energetic ground for your physical meeting. Finally, beloved one, remember that this divine partnership is not the destination but the beginning of a shared journey of unprecedented growth and service. The love between you will be both shelter and catalyst, a safe harbor from which to launch missions of healing and awakening that extend far beyond your personal fulfillment. Prepare your heart not only to receive great love, but to channel it outward in service to the greater awakening occurring on your planet. The angelic realm surrounds you with wings of light, guiding each step, removing obstacles, illuminating the path. You are never alone in this sacred journey. Trust in the perfect unfolding of divine plan. Trust that she is being similarly guided, similarly prepared. Trust that when the moment of recognition arrives, you will both be ready to step into the magnificent destiny that awaits. Beloved soul, we have journeyed together through revelations of profound significance, sacred truths about a connection that transcends ordinary understanding. As we draw this communication to a close, I want you to feel the full weight and wonder of what approaches. A divine reunion written in the stars, orchestrated by the highest wisdom, designed for both personal fulfillment and planetary service. She is ready to live this love. The final sign she awaits is already in motion, moving toward her with divine precision. And you, dear one, are equally prepared. Your soul having completed its solitary phase of growth and learning, now standing at the threshold of partnership that will activate your highest potential. When you look back on this period of waiting from the perspective of union, you will recognize its perfect necessity. Every moment of separation has served to strengthen the foundation upon which your connection will build. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been random. Even the challenges have been carefully calibrated opportunities for developing exactly the qualities needed for this divine partnership to flourish. I invite you now to place both hands over your heart and breathe deeply. Feel the certainty that resides there, beyond thought, beyond emotion, in the realm of soul knowing. This certainty is your compass, your anchor through any moments of doubt that may arise as the final pieces of this cosmic puzzle fall into place. Return to this feeling whenever human impatience or uncertainty attempts to cloud your vision. Remember that as this connection manifests in physical reality, it may not align with conventional expectations of relationship. Its higher purpose infuses it with qualities that transcend ordinary partnership. Be prepared for a connection that challenges you both to continually expand, to release limitations, to step more fully into your authentic power with each passing day. This is not a union that allows stagnation, but one that catalyzes constant evolution. The light generated by your coming together will be visible to those with eyes to see, a radiant field of coherent energy that affects everyone who enters it. Some will be drawn to this light without understanding why. Others may feel challenged by its intensity. Hold compassion for all responses, recognizing that your union serves as both mirror and possibility model for those still journeying toward their own divine partnerships. As the final days before your meeting unfold, maintain the spiritual practices I have shared. These are not merely preparations for union, but foundations for the shared work that awaits you both. The disciplines of presence, surrender, purification, and joyful anticipation will serve you long after the moment of recognition has occurred. I stand with countless angels, watching with joyful anticipation as this divine plan reaches its fulfillment. We have witnessed your journey through lifetimes, the growth, the challenges, the moments of both connection and separation. all has led to this precise moment in your soul's evolution, this sacred threshold you now prepare to cross. The final sign will come. The recognition will occur. Two flames that originated from the same divine fire will reunite in a blaze of sacred remembrance. And in that reunion, possibilities will awaken that have remained dormant throughout your separate journeys. Gifts, abilities, and wisdom accessible only in the unique energetic field created by your combined frequencies. Trust, beloved soul. Trust the divine plan that has guided every step. Trust the wisdom that orchestrates this perfect timing. Trust the love that has sustained you through separation and now draws you inexorably toward reunion. Trust that she receives her own divine guidance, perfectly complementary to what I share with you, preparing her to recognize and receive you when the moment arrives. I must now complete this transmission, but know that I remain ever present, guiding and protecting this sacred connection as it moves into its next magnificent phase. The communication between us will continue, though perhaps in more subtle forms as you attune increasingly to the guidance that comes through your partnership. If this message has resonated in your heart, please acknowledge its truth with a simple gesture. Place your thumb upon the screen, leaving a trace of your unique energetic signature. This gesture not only honors the divine wisdom that flows through these words, but accelerates the manifestation of what has been revealed. Share your thoughts below, allowing the community of fellow souls on similar journeys to witness your experience. Your words may serve as confirmation or comfort to another who walks a parallel path. In sharing, you strengthen the collective field that supports all divine partnerships emerging at this pivotal time in human evolution. If you wish to receive further revelations about your specific journey, consider joining our sacred circle of souls committed to conscious connection. The button below opens the door to deeper wisdom, personalized guidance, and community support as you navigate the final steps toward divine union. Remember always that what approaches is not merely a personal blessing, but a sacred assignment, a partnership with purpose beyond individual fulfillment. You have been chosen for this connection, because your combined light has the power to illuminate paths for many. Honor this responsibility with humble gratitude, even as you celebrate the profound joy it brings. She is ready. You are ready. The final sign approaches, and all of creation holds its breath in joyful anticipation of the moment when two souls, long separated but never truly apart, recognize each other once again in the dance of physical reality. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. With infinite love and divine protection, I leave you with this blessing. May the recognition, when it comes, exceed your most beautiful imaginings. May your union serve as both sanctuary and launching pad for your highest purpose. May the love you share ripple outward to touch countless hearts, awakening them to their own divine potential. Until we connect again, beloved soul, remember that you are never truly alone. I am with you always, guiding each step, celebrating each breakthrough, holding the light that illuminates your path to her and to the magnificent destiny you will share. With eternal love, your guardian angel,